The funniest thing is about a producer is when everybody saw the video of Lauren and Stefano, like, who is that bald guy flipping Stefano around? Nobody had any idea.
Yeah, Stefano does a ninja kick to the back of Lauren's head. That was the producer.
That was all part of the show.
That was the guru.
I read the script before that was going to happen.
That's right. We planned it that way.
Yes. But actually, like, part of the script was that Lauren was supposed to fall off the stage. That did not happen.
It's like faceplant into the crowd and then end up body surfing out the back. That's how we had it planned. It was going to be really dramatic and cool.
Yes.
But
and it was supposed to be the closing ceremony, guys.
That's why we didn't actually kick to the credits right away.
No.
Because we're like, oh shoot, what do we do now?
Wow, so he did actually not fall off the stage. Stefano, come on, we practiced this. We knew you were going to win. You were part of the rehearsals.
Yeah. In the back, our switch is like vamp guys.
Yeah. Avoid mission. Todd is, of course, our French proto spawning on the right bottom side of Ohana, which still means family, and family still sticks together.
That's absolutely right. Just like Todd's army on Metropolis. He stuck together a little bit too much.
Yes.
And ended up hurting him.
Todd is definitely a guy who is like family. That's why he likes Root. He wants to
like
be
family.
He wants to be part of the Root family.
Last night, after we finished up here at the office, we went and did our best Slay Todd impersonation. Went to McDonald's, ordered a double quarter pounder and a large serving of extra crispy chicken things.
Yeah, but people don't get this story. Do you think you're able to tell the story without it taking 7 minutes and 30 seconds?
I can do this.
Okay, so quick. Sunday Showdown.
All right, so, Todd came down for the Sunday Showdown where he played against
Sen.
Sin, yes, that's right. Sin
1-4-2.
crushed Todd just brutally. Todd not showing his best play, Sin showing top-notch ZVP. And Todd was very, very sad after the game. So we're leaving. We're like, hey, Todd, we know you're sad. What can we do to make you feel better? And he's like, I feel like crap. All I want to do is get fat.
No, first we went to a casino.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, first we went and played some cards, and he lost cards too.
Yes.
So he was especially sad. So not only did he lose the games, he lost money playing poker. This is a joke. These DJs don't even know how to play poker, and they take my money.
Losing StarCraft, losing poker. I just want to get fat.
This is the sickest life I've ever had in me. I just want to get fat. And so we're like, okay, Todd, we'll take you to get some food. We'll go to Carl's Jr. And so we go to the drive-thru, and we're like, all right, Todd, what do you want? And he leans out the window to talk into the little speaker. What is the calorie with the most calories? And what is the cheeseburger with the most calories? And the lady's like, well, like the Big and Tasty's got a lot of calories. Like, give me 2 of them.
And then he got a large fries and a large Coke, and we were all like kind of ashamed of how much food we ordered. We ordered like for 3 people in the car. We ordered for like $32 in the drive-thru.
Yeah, you know, the whole concept behind fast food is feed your whole family for $10.
Yeah.
So we fed 3 families. Trying to accommodate Todd.
And the best thing is, like, I'm actually starting to feel really bad already while I'm eating this. I was like, God, I have to stop this bad
That's
food.
right. And so Todd's just sitting in the back eating his fries.
Yeah, and he's done. And he's like, you did everything? We're like, well, yeah. we also had chicken fingers and all that stuff. And then we drive home, but it was like 30 minutes from the casino and to our home. Like, and Todd was like, hey, can we stop at Del Taco? I want to get a burrito too. So we stop at Del Taco and he orders a big burrito.
Can I get an extra grande gordita burrito?
Oh, Todd is a special character, but you have to love this guy.
Extra cheese, extra sour cream.
Everything extra. As we see that Scarlett went for the traditional quick 3 hatches, even dropped the hatch at the turret a little bit before she dropped it at her natural. Todd opening standard for him as well. Obviously has a minor worker lead right now, but that's going to change in the upcoming 40 to 50 seconds. He's researching +1. So maybe he's going to try to make something happen once more with 3 additional gates. It was very weird. I really wonder if that ever was the plan on Metropolis. Not cancelling that Pine was sloppy, but even thinking that he was going to get away with that with just a single Zealot across the map was also a little bit silly. Yeah. Because that Pine was not exactly hidden. It was like in front of the base. It's like, here it is. This is going to be the Warping Pine. Do not attack. You know,
Scarlet,
I wish
I would believe what I'm going to do with this pylon.
You know, in Warcraft 3 you had an upgrade called Spiked Barricade. You could put it on your burrows for Protoss. Okay. And that means that every melee unit that attacks a building takes like 2 or 3 damage every hit they make on it. Imagine if you could like put like barbed wire around your pylons, and then like this.
Wow. That would be so dumb.
I would love that. Man, I would make only gateway pushes. It would be so cool.
Proxy everything, like in the other guy's base.
Yeah.
Say, hey, pull drones and kill this pylon.
Here are my cannons with barbed wire. What up? Unfortunately, that's not the case. Todd does have one Zealot below the zone like watchtower. It's a very good position. Scarlet tries to micro these Zerglings as well as they can, but the Zealot still kills, well, 4 links. Almost 5. Second hidden probe is on the way though. It's gonna drop a pylon already, but that pylon is far, far away.
Crouching probe, hidden pylon. Todd just drops it, heads back home.
But nothing.
Scarlet's not gonna spot that.
Might catch it soon
It's
though.
gonna do the lap, but it's not gonna see the pylon.
But it's just 4 gates and +1, and Zergling speed is already on the way. Scarlet producing additional links right now. She's already at 56 drones, so she doesn't really have to be any more greedy than she's been so far.
4-gate robo from Todd, so I think he just wants to take a third base like he did on the Metropolis game.
Brutal.
What is Scarlet canceling? She was building larva and then she canceled it. I don't know what it was. I think
she was building 10 links. But I don't know if she canceled that.
Something. She's definitely canceling larva.
Maybe she canceled a few links. I don't know. Because I think she had more than 4 links on the map, and she has 14 links on the map right now.
Very interesting. You very seldom see Zerg players cancel larva because typically units inside larva are very cheap. So I'm kind of curious as to what that might have been.
Units inside of larva are very cheap.
Yeah.
What's the logic behind that?
The logic behind it is Zerg makes lots of cheap small stuff.
But everything comes out of larva, man.
It's just the Zerg mechanic, man.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm just saying, a larva is typically cheap. It's not like canceling Colossus.
In that way. These 4 zealots with +1 are doing a pretty good job against a few Zerglings that were over here, but not really.
Now the roaches pop out, and all of a sudden these zealots are hating your lives.
Another single drone has fallen for Scarlet. Todd really want to get this one low HP drone, but that's not going to happen either. Scarlet has overlords in position and already spotted this additional nexus going up for Lutut. So that's looking pretty good for Todd for Scarlet as well. She knows everything that's going on.
She's got 11 roaches out. What will her follow-up be? 19 drones, Kev, is the follow-up. That's going to put her at about 80.
She must have been really good with her injects this game. Well, there's a little bit of energy. Well, not in her main.
She has energy as the injects pop off, which means that she's doing a really nice job keeping up with it. Though Queen in the natural has a little bit of a spike.
But that's about it, yeah. So very good mechanics so far by Scarlet. And what is Scarlet going to do now when she has that insane economy? Is it going to be a roach infested? Is she going to try to bust it? Or is she just going to go up to Brute Lords like she almost always does? But she does it so safe. 9 Overlords on the way though. Might be some sick roach aggression going off.
Yeah, it could be exactly that. I think she's reached the point in her economy where she says she only wants to produce units from now on. Fungal growth also, or pathogen glands also being researched, which means infestors will spawn with enough energy for a fungal. 1/1 upgrades on the way as well. So it's going to be a big Zergling roach infestor based army against Todd's.
Wow, 20 more drones on the way right now for Scarlet. That's just insane. She's going to be at 100 drones. What?
Pretty nice force fields here from Scarlet. She's going to get a lot of roaches for free, and even using some of these warped in zealots to.
Todd is going to get a pretty quick Dark Shrine, so we might see some Warp Prism action with DTs once more. Taking a look at the main base of Scarlet. No spores anywhere on the map.
Again, that she adds that second macro hatch. This is so good, Kevin. I'm telling you. Every Zerg should do this. 1.5 hatcheries per base is what it should be.
That's what you always said. MrBitter, 12 weeks with the pros. Ain't it right, Ben?
That's right. That was a long time ago.
And it's still true.
But it is.
Todd is moving out right now with a pretty heavy gateway army, while there are already 5 infestors on the map. Just 1 more on the way. I actually thought we had more. But still, 6 infestors is pretty damn good against this army. Todd, be careful. This is so risky on creep being on creep like this.
It is so risky. But so far, so good. 95 drones powering the production of Scarlet right now. She's building a few spine crawlers. Hive also on the way as well. Oh no, Todd!
Oh, that's not a good fight at all.
Yep, 1 immortal getting caught out. Probably going to fall. Infested Terran's going down as well. Oh man. Todd's going to be forced to give up this position completely. A couple of defensive force fields going down as he's going to try to retreat. But Scarlet might just swing around the side and trap everything.
Scarlet doesn't have that many units anymore, so he has to be a little bit careful with those infestors, but now the reinforcements coming in again. At least Todd walked away from the infested Terrans. That was very smart.
Yeah.
But look at the supply of Scarlet. It just did not drop so many roaches right now. Only 2 immortals remaining. A couple of these stalkers are solo on HP. And Todd is just going to leave these immortals behind.
That's all he can do, Kev. Yep. And that was a great fight for Scarlet, just catching Todd slightly overextended. I don't get it.
Why did Todd go so far out without Colossus, without really anything? Why do you want to fight on that moment?
Just a little bit overzealous, man. I mean,
is it just hoping that your opponent is super greedy, going for Broodlords and not having anything?
You know, it could be. We've got a lot of Zerg players in this metagame playing the 12-minute hive, like 15-minute Greater Spire, which is, frankly, Scarlet's still going to hit, but she's got so many more units than you're used to seeing at this point in the game.
She made so many drones in the right moments. She's still at 85 drones right now. That's just
with 7 spine colors being built, and those are mostly being built at the 4th base.
In a good way for Zerg, that is.
Scarlet is just, I really think she's sort of playing at the level of Nurcio and maybe not Stefano, but I think she plays at Nurcio's level.
We'll see, Ben. WCS Continental Finals, that's going to be a really big test.
Certainly.
But yeah, there's no doubt about that. Scarlet is playing some fantastic StarCraft. Not just lately, already since her first appearance at IPL. That was great, and ever since then she's been pretty much always impressive.
I mean, if she wins here, she'll be into the round of 16. And I guess who would she play against?
We can figure that out soon. Right now, Scarlet is walking down the ramp with pretty much all of her units. Todd is splitting out his army as good as possible. But look at all these Zerglings, Ben. They're really getting right in the action.
It's a beautiful engagement, completely surrounding and crushing all these expensive Protoss units. Every sentry falls. Again, the Immortals will be abandoned. Todd trying to fall back to his reinforcement pylons, where he does have a few DT warp ins, and that'll actually stem the flow of these Zerg units, at least momentarily. Scarlet still hasn't realized that there's a Dark Templar in the mix. Finally, she backs off.
Nice blink right
should
down.
See some Overseers.
Cute blink by Todd, picked off a couple of Infestors, but it just doesn't really matter. Scarlet
every
still.
Stalker's going to die, and Todd's now down to below 100 supply.
Scarlet still has 1,500 minerals. 11 more Infestors on the way. Scarlet makes playing Zerg look like so much fun.
She plays so Zergling-centric. This is very interesting. Also really delaying upgrades in favor of more units.
Oh, look at these Dark Templars. They're going to be able to slice through pretty much all of these Infestors. But it just, I want to say, it doesn't really matter. If Todd would have, look at the work tab right now. 20 more drones on the way, but it doesn't matter as Todd just calls GG after losing all those expensive Protoss units.
Excellent play from
as you said
Scarlet.
it, Ben.
Kev, if I was like a coach for a pro team and I was analyzing Scarlet's play, I would really emphasize the importance of High Templar, because she makes a lot of Infestors and a lot of Zerglings.
And I would say Colossus are pretty good too.
Of course.
I would say without those two, never walk out too far, because she's just very...
Turtle on 3
It's kind of like how you sometimes watch Stefano when... Like, Protoss players seem to make very weird decisions against Stefano and also against Nurture, just because they always get these weird fights where you feel the army is not even that strong at the moment, but somehow it's stronger than this very good Protoss player who walks out with an unusual army because he wants to hit a certain timing, which just isn't there. And that's kind of the same what happens when you watch these guys playing as Scarlet. He just always seems ready for these kind of gateway things only. But why don't you just see Todd going up to 3 base Colossus and then try to make something else happen?
I feel so much, like, I agree with you so much. It's just like, there's really no reason to try and make something happen prematurely here. Build a stronger
because
army.
He's so good against it. It's not because like that is the wrong playstyle or something, but Scarlet just seems very, very good against these kind of playstyles.
I mean, that's why I compare her to players like Stefano and Nurture, because I feel like she's kind of reached the point where you're not
able to surprise her.
It's going to be very, very hard to trick her with a weird gateway push, unless you're Desero.
Yeah, that was a very good game. The good old Desi 7 gate. You don't mess with Desero 7 gate, man. That was a good game.